Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, good evening, all, and welcome to the 5th Annual Emory-Henry College Department of Physical Therapy White Coat Ceremony for the Class of 2022. My name is Eric Coley, and I am the Chair and Program Director of the Physical Therapy Program here at Emory-Henry College. Wow, this is awesome. So I'm so thankful that we're able to have all of us here today and via live stream to celebrate these great students because this ceremony was certainly not certain just a few short months ago. So I'm glad we're able to do this. With that said, these young professionals truly deserve our acknowledgement and congratulations for reaching this milestone in their careers. A great deal of effort, smiles, laughs, tears, and even face masks have been expended to get to this point. PT school is certainly hard enough under ideal circumstances, so it's a little bit tougher under a pandemic, so congratulations for persevering through this pandemic. For myself, the faculty, staff, administration of Emory-Henry College, congratulations. We're proud of you. At this time, I would like to recognize the legacy of this college. So if anyone here is an Emory-Henry alumnus, please stand and be recognized at this time. I know we've got a couple here. There we go. I'm already standing too. Welcome home. Glad to have you back. Sitting up here with me are some very important supporters of our DPT program. Vice President for the School of Health Sciences, Dr. Lou Fincher, Dr. William Bodfish, a member of our inaugural class of 2018 and our honorary speaker today. Our great DPT faculty, including Dr. Ashley Medley, who will be talking to us in a little bit about the meaning of the white coat. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to Dr. Lou Fincher. I think the faculty and students would all agree that her unwavering support for our program has gotten us here today. We would not be here without that support. We sincerely appreciate all that she has done and continues to do for our program, which has allowed us to basically develop our program and to serve our students and our communities. Dean Fincher.
Well, it's always an honor to speak here at the DPT White Coat ceremonies each year, and it's certainly nice that we're back face-to-face this year and away from that virtual environment. I want to welcome each of you to the Emory-Henry campus, and we're so glad that you're able to join us for this event and to celebrate with your particular DPT student. Well, class of 2022, today is a defining moment for you. We are here to celebrate your transition from that didactic phase of your DPT program to now your full-time clinical rotation phase. I know you've each worked very, very hard and made many sacrifices to reach this milestone today, and so I'm so excited for you and for the opportunities that lie ahead for you. As the oldest college in Southwest Virginia, Emory-Henry has a rich history of traditions. These traditions serve to connect us with our past, as well as to guide us as we forge our future paths. The college's tradition of commitment to this region and service to the surrounding communities was really very influential in the decision for the college to launch the School of Health Sciences and subsequently the Doctor of Physical Therapy program. We strongly believe that communities begin with healthy, happy people who are served by highly qualified healthcare professionals. Emory-Henry College is also well known for its rich history of transforming lives and increasing excellence. And in fact, the historic motto for the college, Macte Virtute, means increase in excellence. This expectation for seeking excellence permeates all aspects of the college, of the School of Health Sciences, and is then embedded throughout the mission and culture of the DPT program as well. The seeking excellence means always being willing to give 100%, if not more. It means taking the time to do things the right way rather than doing just enough to get by. Now, I know that in the last 2 years, you've probably had times when you could do a little bit less and still pass that test or still turn in that assignment. But I hope that over the course of this next year, you'll think about your patience, and what you strive for every day is to always give 100% of yourself or more. Also, I want you to remember that these clinical rotations are still part of your formal physical therapy education. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't stop learning. I know that at Emory-Henry, your faculty have pushed you, challenged you, and cheered for you and your success. In order to gain the absolute best experience at each of your clinical rotations, you must now push and challenge yourself and your peers. I encourage you to seek to develop and maintain your own tradition of excellence. This mindset of excellence will enable you to be the best physical therapist that you can possibly be and will position you to truly transform the lives of your patients, their families, and other caregivers. I also want you to remember that as you go out on your rotations, you will be leaving a lasting impression and legacy in the clinical sites that you rotate through. You'll be, in essence, serving as an ambassador for Emory-Henry and creating or maintaining the reputation and the legacy of the Emory-Henry School of Health Sciences and the Emory-Henry Doctor of Physical Therapy program. I know that you will each be a great ambassador for the college. I'd like to close my remarks with you to just share two of my favorite quotes from the great philosopher Dr. Seuss. And these two are, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose." And the second, "You are off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." Congratulations to each of you and Godspeed. So I also have the extreme pleasure of introducing our honorary speaker for today's White Coat ceremony, Dr. William Bodfish. Will is a double alumnus of the college, having earned both his undergraduate degree and his DPT degree here from Emory-Henry College. He completed his Bachelor of Arts in Physics in 2013 and graduated with honors in 2018 as a member of the inaugural class of the Emory-Henry Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Since graduating, Will has practiced as a physical therapist here in Marion, for over 3 years and has become an ABPTS certified specialist in geriatric physical therapy. He's also served on the board of directors for the Virginia Physical Therapy Association for 4 years and is currently the district director for the Mountain District for the VPTA. Dr. Bodfish has served as an APTA certified clinical instructor for the Emory and Henry DPT program since 2019 and is currently serving as an adjunct faculty member in the program, teaching laboratory components of the neuromuscular physical therapy and therapeutic interventions courses. I know I speak for the entire DPT faculty when I say that we are so proud of what Will has accomplished, and we are so pleased that he's remained active in the Emory and Henry DPT program. We are equally pleased to have Dr. Bodfish as our white coat ceremony speaker. Please welcome Dr. Bodfish to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Fincher, for that wonderful introduction. Very gracious of you, and great to be alongside all of you and not in that seat. And also, thank you to the class of 2022 for having me today. Truly, truly honored to be a part of this moment in your physical therapy education, and it was a pleasure to work with you guys as a class. So I want to start today really by congratulating you folks on what you've accomplished to this point. I know firsthand the dedication and perseverance it takes to get through the didactic portion of physical therapy school, nonetheless under the conditions of a pandemic. So my hat's off to you, and this is something certainly worth celebrating. Today symbolizes a transition, as we've heard before, in the educational process for you folks. It's certainly not the end of your didactics, as we should always remain seekers of knowledge, continue to further your education, and really exemplify what we want in clinicians. But today is certainly a transition away from didactic intensive into clinical intensive studies. Your clinical experiences over the next year will hopefully ignite your passion to become the physical therapist that you guys envisioned yourself being as you applied to physical therapy school and went through your internships when you were an undergraduate. Now is the time to put the knowledge and the skills that you've gained and take them and put them into practice. As you embark on this new chapter, I have a couple of challenges I'd like to bestow upon you guys. First challenge is to try new things. High-quality experiences are found outside of our comfort zone. The best time to try new things is now. Try new things, learn from the result, and continue to do that process. As you go through your clinicals, trying new things will certainly help expand your knowledge base, but it will also help make you a better clinician when you come to your conclusion. Experience definitely makes things easier, so the only way to build experience is to do. So I challenge you guys to try new things. Second challenge I have for you guys is don't be afraid to fail. Failure breeds growth. As a student in an internship setting, it's not likely that you're going to get things right all the time. You might get things wrong a lot of the time, but learn from those failures. Keep them with you. Those failures are more than likely what you're going to remember when you go to become a practicing physical therapist. Those are what will stay with you as you continue to practice throughout your entire career and what you'll likely have learned the most from. Third challenge is to learn something new every day. So high-quality practitioners continue to develop and strive for advancement in practice daily. It's the goal of the physical therapy education system, as well as the APTA, that we develop and cultivate lifelong learners. Those are practitioners that continue to learn, develop, and grow. While PT school is an extremely busy moment of your development as a practitioner, it's certainly worth keeping that desire to learn with you, because that will help you continue to advance and help your patients in the long run. And truly, in my time working with this class, you guys are very inquisitive and very curious. I really hope you keep those qualities about you, because that embodies the mantra of Emory and Henry that Dr. Fincher spoke of increasing in excellence. I will not try the Latin version, but I'm very impressed. The fourth and final challenge, probably the most important one on this list here, is to enjoy what you do. Keep your positivity high and enjoy the process. You guys have worked really, really hard to get where you are today. Your clinical experiences are going to be stressful, but it's an exciting part because you're finally doing the thing you've been studying for 2 years, maybe even longer, depending on your undergraduate experiences. Not all your rotations or settings will be perfect, but they definitely offer you an opportunity to learn. So it's up to you guys to take that opportunity and make the best of it. Certainly, being a part of the physical therapy profession is very rewarding. It's an opportunity to directly help somebody at a pivotal point in their life. It should lead to enjoyment, especially when done at a high level. So challenge that enjoyment and truly try to find that and maintain that. With these challenges in mind, I assure you clinical experiences will be fulfilling and worthwhile. Today is a brief moment of celebration, a milestone along the road of physical therapy education. It's important to celebrate your accomplishments today, but it's also vital to keep your eye on the larger task at hand. Go out to your clinicals and better yourselves as clinicians. Continue to prepare for your conclusion of PT school and board examinations. You've all put an extremely large amount of time and effort into becoming physical therapists to this point, and today you are one step closer to that ultimate goal. Remember, though, as the late, great Kobe Bryant once said, the job's not finished. Continue to work hard, push yourselves, use each other as a resource, use your faculty members as a resource, and continue to develop, because now is your chance to truly develop into the clinicians that you envisioned yourselves being when you started this process. I'm truly honored to have played a part in your educational process, and I very much look forward to greeting you all as colleagues soon. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best of luck with your clinical rotations. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Bodfish, for those inspiring words. I know the students certainly appreciate those words of wisdom, as well as all the support you've given them throughout your academic endeavors. So thank you again. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Ashley Medley, a member of our core faculty, to the podium. Dr. Medley is going to be speaking about the history as well as the significance of the white coat while we're here today. So, Dr. Medley.
Good evening. Good evening, students, family, friends, colleagues. I'm really honored that I was asked to speak at this special event for the class of 2022 White Coat Ceremony, and most of all, I'm grateful that we can do it in person. We are here to honor you, the students, to celebrate what a tremendous milestone on your path to becoming a doctor of physical therapy. And what was once a dream is now one step closer to a reality. And for those of you who don't know me, and obviously Dr. Medley, but I have had the great honor of working alongside these folks for the last 2 years, watching them grow, watching them learn, watching them struggle, watching them help one another through what was some of the hardest 2 years of your life, right? And so I've been fortunate not only to teach in the classroom and learn alongside them, but also to work with many of you in the free clinic where you got to work with patients, which was a great honor. So before we explore the meaning of the white coat, I want to take just a moment to recognize some very important people, some of who may be in the audience tonight, and some who may be celebrating with you from afar. Family, spouses, significant others, friends of the class of 2022, you've been a support system for these students. You've served as personal cheerleader, shoulder to cry on, ear to listen to during a very challenging season. And let's not forget the role you inherited as guinea pig and mock patient while the students used you to practice their evaluation skills, their gait assessments, posture analysis, palpations, as well as an array of treatments that you didn't ask for during your time with us. So I'm certain that many of you are now more aware that you have poor posture, you walk funny, and that's kind of what we gave to them for you during this process. So you're welcome. And it's because of us, the faculty, that these students analyze every movement that you make to determine if it's normal or abnormal, even if you didn't ask. So, you are to be commended, and we, the faculty, would like to extend our thanks to you for serving as such a tremendous support system for these students. To the students, class of 2022, we're here to celebrate the fact that you have successfully completed all the necessary didactic coursework to allow you to transition to full-time clinical training. This is no small feat. You did it. Before we look ahead, let's take a moment to look back so we can be reminded from where you came. Your journey began in Marion at the School of Health Sciences in August of 2019. You survived the grueling interview process, some of you that I got to interview, and you earned your spot as a DPT student. You arrived on campus with great anticipation, you were excited, but you had some fear not knowing what to expect. And let's face it, even if you were told what to expect, it would have proved pale in comparison to the actual experience. Can I get an amen? Yeah. So let's be real. Who could have ever prepared you for one of Dr. Graham and Dr. Bittaker's anatomy exams? Nobody. Only some brave people who have taken that path before you could actually understand what those 2 years were like. But during this process, you have developed friendships and bonds that will never be broken. You sit alongside the very individuals with whom you've essentially gone to battle with over the last 2 years. You became like soldiers trying to survive one of the hardest seasons of your life, PT school. But you survived. You survived hundreds of hours of classroom guidance, lab instruction, practical and written exams, sim lab experiences, group projects, late night studying, early morning studying, all night studying, sleep deprivation, and let's not forget the fact that you have survived hours of Zoom instruction during a global pandemic. And in my opinion, if you can do that, you can do anything. So you've learned how to mobilize, massage, stretch, strengthen, and gait train patients with numerous injuries and ailments. You can treat wounds, and you can even teach an infant to crawl and walk. You are now a movement expert. And you know the origins, insertions, innervations of muscles that you had no clue existed prior to PT school. You spent countless hours in service learning and civic engagement work. You've had the opportunity to work with patients in a variety of settings, including the free clinic, and all the while me grilling you on perfect documentation. You now know about such things as ethical standards, letters of medical necessity, you're welcome, and your very favorite billing and insurance. Countless prayers have gone up asking for strength to make it through just one more day, one more test, one more practical, one more group project without killing your partners, and you did it. You made it. You've now proven yourself worthy, and you have earned this very important rite of passage to gain your white coat and begin your full-time clinical training. In the days ahead, your peers will scatter all over the country and progress towards the final stage of this journey. And when you gather together again next year, you'll be changed, forever shaped by the experiences soon to come, forever humbled by the gratitude of those you helped to heal. The journey ahead will be about so much more than just you and your dreams and goals. You're gaining the honor of changing lives and giving hope to each patient that you encounter. The history of the white coat dates back to the late 1800s in the U.S., where doctors began wearing the white coat to foster an image of cleanliness and healing from disease. This was during a period of great change in the medical community, since prior to this time, seeking medical care was usually a last resort, and it was a frequent precursor to death. So the modern-day white coat ceremony was established in 1993 with the belief that a student should first recognize their chosen profession's standards and responsibilities before beginning formal training. This iconic ritual provides an important emphasis on compassionate, collaborative, and scientifically excellent patient care and has become a rite of passage held at medical schools and allied health professional schools across the country. Donning the white coat is a powerful symbol of transformation from being primarily a classroom learner to becoming a clinician, a lifelong learner who places human interests, values, and dignity at the core of your clinical practice. White is a symbol of purity, and the white coat symbolizes that your purpose will be pure and you can be trusted to honor the noble tradition of a physical therapist. Patients must trust that your knowledge and skills will be used in their best interest, always to benefit and never to exploit. By wearing the white coat, you are affirming your pledge to always putting that patient's interests above your own. The honor of donning and wearing this coat also symbolizes our belief, the faculty's belief, in your ability to uphold this great responsibility. You will serve as a voice of reason, compassion, support, and comfort in the presence of difficult situations that your patients will face. Don't misunderstand, this coat doesn't symbolize or a superhero cape. It's not a superhero cape, but it's something much greater. It's a symbol of your commitment to this great profession and the patients that you'll serve. So the best advice that we as faculty could ever give you, and this was the best advice I ever received, you all have heard me say this probably in class, is to always treat that patient in front of you like it's your mom, your dad, your grandma, your child, your sibling, your best friend, your significant other, and you will never, ever, ever do wrong. You will do your best for that patient, and you will never settle for mediocrity. The white coat is a symbol of this pledge, but the real truth is that it's what's inside the coat that makes the real difference in the lives of your patients. It's your hands, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and most importantly, your heart. So in closing, I'd like to recite a prayer that was given to me upon graduation from PT school, not that long ago, a little long ago. Still, to this day, it's framed and hangs in my office, and it served as a constant reminder and a guide for me throughout my years of clinical practice. The therapy prayer. Touch my hands, Lord, that they may heal where there is pain and soothe where there is suffering. Touch my eyes, Lord, that they will remember to see more than a paralyzed leg or a spastic hand, but rather a whole person, a creature made in your image. Touch my ears, Lord, that they may hear the anguish in a mumbled word or a stifled cry, yet also hear the triumph in a smile. Touch my mind, Lord, that I will continue to strive for excellence in what I do and never become satisfied with the limits of my knowledge. Touch my mouth, Lord, that the words I speak will not be empty and hollow, but words that convey true caring, concern, and respect. Touch my heart, Lord, that I would always be reminded that it is you that I am serving and the love that I'm sharing is a gift from you. Congratulations, DPT, class of 2022. We couldn't be more proud of you. And it's with great honor that we welcome you no longer only as students, but as colleagues to the greatest profession on earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Medley, for your great words. Your words truly serve as a reminder to all the healthcare professionals, but especially the physical therapists here today, about the symbolic significance of the white coat and our obligations to those that we serve. That includes our patients, our clients, our families, and our communities. So thank you again for that reminder. All right, before calling the students up to stand for their coating, I would like to recognize the faculty by asking them to stand and remain standing until I finish calling all their names. Please hold any applause until we're finished recognizing them all. Dr. Dustin Barrett, Dr. Steve Bittaker, Dr. Julia Castleberry, Dr. John Graham, the infamous Dr. John Graham, Dr. Glenn Arian, Dr. Ashley Medley, who you just met, Dr. Rose Pignataro, Professor Kathleen Savage, Dr. Christy Angelopoulos, who unfortunately couldn't be here today for prior obligations, but I know she sends her heartfelt congratulations to the students. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Gene Arian, my predecessor and mentor, Without her leadership and continual guidance, we wouldn't be where we are today. She started this program from the beginning and got us to where we are today. So we truly appreciate all your hard work, time, blood, sweat, and tears that you put into this. For those of you who do not know, Dr. Mrs. Arians, the students refer to her as, is officially retiring at the end of next week. As a way for us to honor her and to symbolize all the students who she's impacted over her academic career, we are actually asking her to don all the white coats of the students today to honor her. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, you can sit down now. You can sit down. All right, so without these faculty, this program would not be possible, obviously. They provide endless wisdom and support to our students, and they sacrifice a great deal personally to make sure that we can provide a quality program so we can allow these students to be called our colleagues. And we take that to heart. So thank you for your hard work with that. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize all of the key support personnel who we've worked with throughout the years too, for all your tirelessly working for us and the students and always having our back. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until I'm finished calling the rest of the names, and then we'll give you a round of applause. First, Miss Deborah Armstrong, our clinical education specialist. I'm not for sure Deborah was able to make it today. Miss Lindsay Powers, our graduate admissions specialist, over here to my left side, you're right. Miss Tracy Reinhardt, our director of admissions, right there beside Lindsay. Miss Judy Sweat, our administrative assistant, kind of is the glue that keeps us all together. Unfortunately, Judy was not able to make it here tonight for personal reasons, but again, she sends her support to all the students. And also all of our adjunct faculty members. So there's a long list of those. So if any of you are here today, please stand up and be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you again for all your support. We couldn't do it without you. All right, so now it's time for what we're here for, right? So the ceremonial coating of the students. So students, please stand. Place your white coats over your right forearm. Yeah, go ahead, stand up. Place your white coats over your right forearm and proceed to the stairs so that you can come up on stage when your name is called. We're pretty much right there, I guess. Dr. Arian, also please come up to dons her white coats. All right, first up for the class of 22, Rachel Lee Adams. Rachel is the class fundraising chair. We can't hug today, so we're doing some fist bumps or elbow bumps or something, so we'll get it together. Next up, Aaron David Berner, the class cleanup chair. Next up, Kirsten Faith Bowman. Jake Patrick Callahan, the class intramural chair. All right, Chad Patrick Carmines, class president. Next up, Luis Carmona. All right, Matthew Emerson Chun. Matt is the class APTA liaison chair. Calvin Scott Coleman. Next was supposed to be Tony Renee Corbani, but she could not be here tonight for personal reasons. So next up is Emily Megan Denton. Taylor Ashlyn Dirks. Karthik Murli Dikshitar. Kira Marie Rains. Monica Estelor. Anna Claire Fagan. She's not going to leave you hanging. Elijah Cagle Gilmore. Eli is the class clinical education liaison chair. Bridget Elizabeth Geidish. Bridget is the class social chair, and she put a lot of work into this ceremony, so thank you, Bridget. Matthew David Haglund. She left you hanging. Morgan Elizabeth Hall. Morgan is the class service chair. Lindsay Nicole Handy. Lauren Mackenzie Hill. Wesley Liu. Wes is the class secretary and historian. Next was supposed to be Libby Matthews, but again, she could not be here tonight for personal reasons. Mitchell Todd Millar. You nailed it. Good job. Levi Samuel Peters. Anna Elizabeth Ripley. Eric Matthew Rohr. Eric is the class vice president. Joshua Isaac Scalf. Abby Elizabeth Sissom. Brett Douglas Stump. Brandon Edward Taylor. Lucas Paul Vrooman. Karina Kathleen Weber. Karina is the class treasurer. You all look very good in your white coats. Let's give them one more round of applause, please. We're almost there. Now I'd like to invite the class president, Chad Carmines, to come up to the podium to say a few words and lead your classmates in the reading of the physical therapy oath, which can be found on the back of the program you all have. Chad?
Thank you, Dr. Coley. Thank you to the faculty, and thank you very much to everyone here that's come from all across the country to spend the time to celebrate our achievement. So at this time, if my classmates could join me in reciting the physical therapy oath. As a physical therapist dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will respect the rights and dignity of all individuals who seek my services or with whom I practice, act in compassion and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my services, exercise sound judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements, demonstrate integrity during interactions with colleagues, other healthcare providers, students, faculty, researchers, the public, and payers for the enhancement of patient care and the advancement of the profession. Enhance my practice through lifelong acquisition and application of knowledge, skills, and professional behavior, and participate in an effort to meet physical therapy and healthcare needs of local, national, and global communities. Thus, with this oath, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the profession of physical therapy. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chad, and class of 2022. We're certainly proud of you. I would like to thank everyone else for joining us today to honor these students and to celebrate this moment with them. It's a big part of their career. Now, immediately following this ceremony, we would like to request you to join us for light refreshments. We're kind of limited because of COVID, so we're going to have light refreshments in the lobby area. Thank you again, and congratulations to the class of 2022. We expect truly great things from you all. Thank you.